Hey guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with you for House of Dragons Season 2, Episode 8, the finale!
Yes, the queen who ever was.
Ooh.
So, last episode we had to find new dragonriders for the black team, and it was a carnage. A lot of people died, but 2 people ended up with a dragon, so at the end of the day, they were winners.
I mean, I wouldn't say so for those who died.
No, but it was really a really intense episode, really well shot too. We got Ulf, the guy who claimed to be a Targaryen bastard that got Silverwing. And Hugh, who got Vermithor. We have enough dragons to freak out Aemond. He was on his way and he kinda backtracked real fast when he realized that, yeah, there's a bunch of dragons over there and you're not gonna survive this if you go. So he's gonna have to be more careful. Rhaenyra knows that she's strong now, so she might make a move. Daemon is still having his visions back in Harrenhal.
But he's making progress, right?
He had to behead a guy, and the guy that supported him, the guy that followed him, in order to gain his army. So he made a sacrifice, and he might be starting to realize what it means to be king. Like, what's the weight of the crown that you want so much, right? But yeah, and Alicent left King's Landing. She's in the Godswood, camping, and I think she's just trying to find herself again. Like, deep down, like beneath the green, what is she? What does she want? What is she gonna do next? So this is pretty much where we are. I said we jump in this last episode of season 2, and see what they have in store for us. How are they gonna end this?
In a bang?
Maybe. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go!
New dragons! You have now joined the history of the Targaryens.
Silverwing. I think
Vermithor. Everyone is,
all of
yeah.
them.
100 golden dragons per man.
Oh, they're going with the, okay, trying to make friends with the Triarchy.
You plead poverty. It is hollow stuff from the mouth of a Lannister.
Break the blockade and it will benefit you.
Do you think that we lack for buyers for our tapestries and perfumes? We sell where we please.
If you have nothing to offer them, why are you here?
It seems you need us more than we need you.
Is he a Targaryen descendant with his blonde hair?
You said so yourself, not all blonde people are Targaryens.
I know, but this one is like a very light blonde.
Plus the stepstones. We will impose a simple tax on those passing through. You will drive up the price of basic goods. It is better than starving, surely.
They have the power. I'm actually surprised they went with the blue hair. In the books, like it's mentioned that people sometimes like dye their hair blue.
Yeah.
We've never seen it in Game of Thrones.
Why not now then?
Very well. The Prince Regent may have me hand for this.
With the
I think you will.
You can topple the Prince Regent.
No, let's not go there.
The commander of our fleet must agree to go with you. His name is Lohar. The sailors are fiercely loyal to him. If he does not lead them, they will not fight.
Very well. Let us meet this commander then.
Is he a problem? A child?
A woman.
Oh, yes. From afar, I was like a child.
Well met, Lord Tywin.
Oh, yeah, a woman.
It's Thailand.
What sort of man are you?
Beg your pardon?
A poet?
I am the master of ships.
You're thin.
Like you
I will
don't
not
look like a
sail with
warrior.
man who cannot best me.
Oh, shit.
Prove your worth then.
I'm glad that we're introducing another woman.
I mean,
Since we spent all of season 2 basically trying to tell the women, shut up, like leave the war to
yeah,
us.
but in other places, like right here, the rules are not the same.
I know.
What did you burn?
I must ask you, Your Grace, to steel yourself. We must leave King's Landing quickly, and we will not return for some time. The Pretender has found 3 new riders for her dragons.
That's impossible.
Your brother thought the same. He flew to challenge her and was rebuffed.
Which is crazy.
From what I hear.
Aemond fleeing in terror.
Nice.
He has gone in fury to Sharp Point and laid waste to the whole of the town.
Ah, okay. He's losing it.
I hope you can see the urgency.
No, I am the king. Why must I run?
Because Aemond's losing
Because
it.
the Prince Regent is going to kill you.
He's kidnapping you to save you. You're his only chance.
You're of no use if you're dead.
There's no telling what he will do, but we have an opportunity while he is
An
away.
opportunity to push him out.
If you can climb the stairs like your dad.
Once he returns, I shall take him prisoner.
And what then? When Rhaenyra descends on you with her 7 dragons and you without Vhagar, what then?
Yeah.
Oh man, we're fucked.
Like, better let... I think he wants Rhaenyra to get rid of Aemond and Vhagar, and then they can come back
Yeah.
and swipe the throne.
My dragon is dead. I am burnt and disgusting and alone. And I'm a cripple. My cock is destroyed, did they tell you that? It burst into flames like a sausage on a spit.
Have Theon and Ramsay flashbacks.
Let your brother and the Pretender destroy themselves in blood and bitterness. When they are spent, we will return. And the people will rise up to meet us. They will be tired of endless deprivation. They will hail the
Right
returning
now,
king.
Aegon doesn't have a thing in his mind to live for.
Aegon the victorious.
He's always struggled to see his own worth.
Aegon the peacemaker.
True.
Aegon the realm's delight.
I don't think so. Isn't he called Aegon the Elder? Or it's another Aegon. There are too many Aegons,
I
man.
don't know.
But clearly none of those names, though. That's for
Rancelite?
sure. No.
That's Rhaenyra's
But
title, right?
He's, like I said, he's always had trouble seeing his own worth. The people, like, seeing him as a king and loving him, that really played well in his heart. And now he struggles to see his own worth. So if you just appease him, you're like, oh, they're gonna love you again, right? They're gonna see you as the liberator and stuff. Yeah, that could work.
What are you doing here? Remove your feet from the table.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
It's not up to you.
Who's it up to then?
That's
He's your prince, first of
It's
all?
Jacaerys Velaryon.
oh
Prince
shit.
Jacaerys Velaryon. I'll have an apology from you.
Oh, the young prince! Look at that hair. Let them tell us we don't have Targaryen blood, eh?
That's not gonna rub him in the right way.
Oh my gosh, dude,
It's a sacred inheritance of which you know nothing.
the disrespect.
Forgive him, my prince. He's not much used to the manners of court.
No, right?
For Ulf, it's just he's not putting him down. He's putting himself up.
The so-called Prince Regent has burned Sharppoint down to its stone. Will you prepare to face such an enemy? Or will you stay here and make yourself easy? If you hinder our efforts through sloth or unreadiness, I will see you hanged and your body fed to the dogs in the street.
Dragon or no dragon?
I meant no disrespect, my prince.
He's got a point though. Like it's no time to play around. It's a bit sad because like I feel like Ulf is like I found some family. See, I'm not a nobody anymore. But it's just confirming all of Jace's insecurities.
I know.
Especially the like, look at your hair. They can't say we're no Targaryens anymore. Like,
The beasts have been claimed. You must strike.
you are freaking out,
The
Aemond.
Prince Regent mulls his next action.
Vhagar has ever been our foremost threat, and she is now overmatched.
Vhagar is not his only dragon.
Helena, she does not ride.
But she could.
Held. And her dragon.
Dreamfire,
She does have one.
Conqueror is king.
Wow.
She is formidable.
Okay, old dragon then.
Aemond thought himself invincible. He has now discovered he is not. He'll be angry. He will not stop at burning Sharp Point. And he will not be denied.
If Aemon underestimated you, don't basically don't underestimate them. Jesus, I can't speak to them.
No, you can't.
My ship is no longer the Sea Snake. She was a testament to my own glory. I've given her a new name. The Queen who never was.
Okay.
What I do now, I do for her. You have 6 dragons under your banner. My ships sail at your command. And my men serve you. You must crush this beast. At its head.
It's time to move.
Get rid of the dragons.
I am sent as an emissary from the Queen to ascertain your movements and your intentions.
You've arrived just in time to see my new army.
Your new army? Make the right choice.
I will never serve the usurpers or the whelps of Old Town, but there are battles to be fought. And in times like this,
Him?
They know what's up. Well, he's turning to him because he doesn't think Rhaenyra can do the job.
Ah, yeah.
while you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has faltered.
She's just got 2 more dragons, bitch.
3 more dragons.
If you
Get
declare
3.
yourself, your lords will follow you.
I never took you for a turncloak.
Be loyal to your wife.
Rhaenyra's intentions are good, but what we need is a king.
She's your queen.
No, okay.
Huh?
It's a test though, dude.
Say no, Daemon. Say no.
Like, have him fucking, like, I don't want people to die, but I would have him beheaded as a traitor. I'm sorry. But that is exactly what he's been asking for the whole season, so it's a test.
It
The
is a
visions
test.
worked.
After everything after he's done the last time, beheading the one who
Followed him.
Followed him, yeah.
For the army, and they don't follow him per se.
I was happier before I was queen.
Let's bury them.
She probably can relate.
What would you think about leaving this place?
Go.
Be away from all of this.
Take your dragon, take your thing, and just
Well,
leave.
it's true though that she's been in the two biggest mobs that happened.
Helena, here you are. Mother. I need you to fly with Dreamfire to battle.
Aemond. I do not wish to fight.
Our wishes must take second place now.
I won't burn anyone.
It isn't a question.
Oh, dude!
birthright is a sin and must be punished.
May I remind you, your sister is still the queen.
As you were once. And you see now what is the consequence of your weakness. We are in peril today more than yesterday.
Peril that moved you to burn the town of Sharppoint.
Yeah.
Peril or basest fury at your own humiliation.
You're losing it and you're blaming them?
You rain ruin and death upon its small folk when you've been insulted, because it makes you feel strong.
You're so in the wrong, dude.
You will protect her if she cannot protect herself.
And who will she be if her mind is broken?
It is no longer our rule that is threatened. Our very lives, would you not have us prevail?
Not like this. Not like this.
Just finish this right here, Alicent. He's still your child. He needs to remember. He's got a point. They need strength, and she has a dragon, but she's not. Like, she lost a kid. She's been in 2 mobs. She has not had time to grieve, and he wants to force her to go kill people? He's just acting out of anger.
I must again request your assistance. I need passage.
She wants to freaking flee with her.
I mean, go, girl. Take Elena, your grandchildren, and just leave.
Oh boy.
I never would expect a Lannister to be dirty by mud in a big fight.
Jamie.
True.
And she bested you. And she's having fun. He's not. Kinda like her. Oh. You grew too confident, girl. Technically, he had to win here, because otherwise he wouldn't have the army.
You have impressed me, Lord Timon. King's Landing has sent a most doughty ambassador.
I hope you will testify to the worth of the ambassador by agreeing to his most humble request.
I will most certainly consider it.
Consider it. Say yes.
Have you ever eaten the flesh of your enemies?
I have not, and I would not.
So you reject the hospitality?
You can't win. What enemies are you talking about specifically?
A jest, my lord. What do you take me for?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't have been surprised.
Come.
Where the fuck am I? They better appreciate what I'm doing for them.
You have proven yourself most accommodating and more accomplished than one would think to look at you.
Thank you.
I will be pleased to sail at your side.
Thank you.
To the gullet on the morrow! And let the sea snake rue the day we meet again.
Actually, is the queen who never was.
Now.
My king will be well pleased to friendship.
Friendship?
Oh, before you go, you are a handsome man. You have proven your worth.
I wondered if she was going to invite him to her bed.
I wish to have children by you.
That's not how it works in Westeros, girl.
You want me to?
Indeed.
Well, I mean, I don't think she'd care about
Fuck
bastards.
my wives.
Oh,
Your wives? All of them?
How many wives do you have?
I mean, dude, it's an experience once in a lifetime. Say yes, I guess.
Taming a dragon's thirsty work.
he enjoys it so much.
A little bit too much.
And some more of these little birds.
Dude, stop. You're still at war, you know, you have responsibilities.
To
I love
our
her
new
outfit.
Riders. Serve me well, and I will make you knights of the realm.
What do you think of that, boys? We'll be knights, just like that.
We will not fail you, my queen.
What must we do?
We must strike while we have the advantage. We will fly in 2 days' time.
Two days?
Old Town and Lannisport and their armies all must be subdued.
You wish for us to kill innocents?
And so many.
It is hard, but it cannot be helped.
We must break the will of our enemy, or more will die in a struggle that stretches on without end.
What about Vhagar?
I'll take him on myself. Silver Wings a go as she is.
Dude.
Well, if he wants to do it.
I said more of these little birds.
A knight will comport himself with grace at the Queen's table.
Thank you.
Best make me a knight then.
Dude.
Oh my god, he has a little bit too much attitude.
It's gone to his head. And unfortunately now, he knows they need him.
True.
So...
I was a bit afraid of that with our
Well, like I said, it could lead to a few rebellions.
There is a message from Harrenhal, Your Grace.
Oh, the test.
Daemon has raised his army, but Sir Simon fears treachery.
Okay.
I will not allow it.
When you came here, you were a closed fist. You wished to bend the world to your will. But you've discovered, I think, that this world will not be governed. There are omens here for those who seek them.
Do you wish then to learn what is given to you?
His omen. His future. Bran. Well, that's a three-eyed raven. There you go. Oh, there you go. That's a lot of death. Daenerys.
Yep.
There she is.
Daenerys.
He's dreaming of Game of Thrones. Rhaenyra on the throne. That's good for the blacks.
It's all a story. And you're but one part in it.
It's not about you.
You are part of a bigger whole.
Story, yeah. Like you're just one actor.
You know what you must do.
I guess it kind of says, so the future can happen, so the Song of Ice and Fire happens, you need to put Rhaenyra on the throne.
I know you wish no harm to anyone, but in a time like this, when the good of the realm depends on us.
He's so manipulating her.
You are not the good of the realm, dude.
Our mother is not a dragon rider. She cannot understand that you and I have a truer call to heed. Come with me to Harrenhal.
And if I refuse?
Yeah.
Will you burn me as you did Aegon?
She knows. She's a dreamer.
Yep.
What you say is treason.
Aegon will be king again. He's yet to see victory. He sits on a wooden throne. And you'll be dead. You were swallowed up in the god's eye. And you were never seen again.
I could have you killed.
It wouldn't change anything.
No matter what you do, you're doomed to die.
God's
God's
eye.
Eye, is it where Daemon is, basically? Or
I
near
honestly,
the same place?
I honestly don't remember, but I'm pretty sure like they're gonna go down fuck-facing each other. Also, we know for a fact that Daemon had a similar prophecy given to him that he was gonna die where he is. And who's going? Aemond. So I'm thinking they'll take each other down.
So, what is Daemon gonna do?
It's
Queen is
time.
coming.
Like I said, the visions have been saying one thing all this season. He needs to listen. I can respect that she's like leave me at the bottom of the stairs. Gotta keep my cardio in.
My queen, I did not think to see you here yourself.
Message gave me much concern.
Yes, I must admit I had reason to fear.
There's still a chance that Daemon will do the right thing, but that other guy has literally betrayed you.
Spoke of treason, yeah. Que j'envoie un qui a disrespect. You can say it in English for them.
If I see one of you disrespect her. Go on your knees. Dude, you saw your vision.
On his knees? As Prince,
She's the queen?
As Prince Consort?
I don't give a shit.
Maybe just a bow or something?
I see you have done well here.
They are sworn to me.
And I'm sworn to you? Hey.
And to whom are you sworn?
Oh, it's time. In front of everyone, too.
Say it out loud.
Filipasma kesu sola armasis.
And I will die with them.
The Song of Ice and Fire, we are aware.
Yeah, but not yet.
The realm's only hope is a leader who can unite it, and my brother chose you.
Mm-hmm. Yes! Yes!
It's get on his knees.
Finally! That is what she needs right now. Thank you. It took a season, but thank you.
You are the true queen, Rhaenyra.
Yes!
First of our name, I am meant to serve you until death or the end of our story.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen him kneel for his brother or someone else.
Well, no, we've seen him support his brother and completely.
kneel?
But this is the first time with Rhaenyra that I feel like it's genuine, finally. And she just gained a great ally back.
My queen.
Got close. It's okay, no, we'll grow it back. They spent a season apart.
There will be no mercy! We fight for our queen!
Woo! I will say thank you, Alice, because it's all you.
She had a great part in making him understand his place in the story.
Yeah. Behind. Yay! Oh, we're going to war. Basically, this is what people have been expecting for season 2. Instead, it's just been planning. But next season, then, we'll fight.
You've done what is asked of you, and more. But you are curt, silent. And the men find you distant. You cannot lead if you do not inspire.
I never asked to lead, as you well know.
You have been given a position to which all who serve here aspire.
I will endeavor to improve myself.
It's not genuine. You need to address...
I'm trying to help you.
Address the link between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to help me?
You cast him
Is
out.
this the help you offer after all these years? A reminder to be grateful. Do you know what it was like for us to grow up fatherless? Do you know what hunger does to a boy? Or shame?
You are dismissed.
No, you listen.
No. Be a man and listen to him.
I watched the man beside me walk past with his son and heir, with the fur around his shoulders, choosing sweetmeats to eat after supper by the fire. And now that boy is dead, and his sister before him, and the heir that took his place. And now you remember I live. Now you wish to.
Now remember that you
Suddenly
had
to
him.
scatter the crumbs of your favor. I will decline any offers of help.
I love him.
He doesn't need your scraps, Corliss.
If I
Sorry.
survive this war, I'll continue as I began. Alone.
Like, I was all for him being named heir, because I think this was the logical way to go, but
True,
sounding
but
like
it is
this.
sort of a pitiful offer, though,
Because
right?
he's the last one, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, I have no choice, so might as well. And he's kind of giving him a moral lesson.
It would have been different if he reached out to him sooner, while his children were still alive, grandchildren were still alive.
Oh,
Alicent.
wow. It's her turn to do this. It's a bit late just to come after this.
After everything?
Yeah, like she tried to reach out first and you pushed her away and now you're coming back saying, I'm sorry.
I've been, I think, mistaken.
Yeah, but it's too late.
I was raised to believe there was an order to things, that there was security in following the path laid out for us. I resented you, I think, for caring so little for any of it, for knowing what you wanted. I knew only what was expected of me.
Now she knows what she
Why
wants.
have you come here? Because I lost my way. I do not wish to rule, I wish to live. To be free of all this endless plotting and striving. The crown will pursue war and victory at any cost. But as for me...
She wants out.
I would take my daughter and her child and leave it all behind. It's too late. Did you come here thinking you would be absolved? Why have you come here? Aemond will soon fly to join Cole in the Riverlands. If you come then to King's Landing, I will see to it that our guards throw down their arms. We will open the gates. We will shed no blood.
Oof. Do we trust her?
It is a risky plan. Do we go for
Once you
it?
take the throne, this senseless war must end.
Yeah, but Aemond won't step down, that's for sure, though.
If everyone else leaves him, he's alone with his dragon. But that means she needs to trust Alicent after
Which of
everything.
Aegon?
And Aegon has not given up either.
He still heeds his mother. I believe I can prevail upon him to bend the knee if he
No,
needed.
you defend him. Still, you imagine you can have all you want without paying too high a price. If I am to take the throne, I must put an end to the opposition.
Meaning killing the current king.
You know this.
It is indeed too late.
But it means betraying her son. She wants out, but if she wants out, she needs to kill Aegon.
Could you really ask a mother to choose her children?
And that was her whole... That was her whole fucking purpose.
Elena had faced the same choice basically with her own children, right?
A son for a son.
No matter the answer, it's gonna break my heart. I feel so bad for Aegon. After everything she did to her kids, the fact that she's doing this now, it's heartbreaking.
And what do I do with you now? You let me go to do what I promised, and you take your throne.
It's not gonna be that easy.
History will paint you a villain.
Let them think what they must. I am at last myself, with no ambition greater than to walk where I please and to breathe the open air, to die unremarked and unnoticed.
Yeah, free of the expectations and the responsibilities.
You speak as if from a distant dream.
Come with me.
My part is here, whether I will or no. It was decided for me long ago.
She did try to reach for her friend one last time and ask her to just leave with her, leaving everything behind.
She can't. Oh, this conversation was crazy.
She could just put her Jace on the throne.
Just give up, yeah. Alicent, who started everything to support his kids, has just betrayed her child.
To end this endless bloodbath and war.
It's to save her daughter and herself and just whatever she is left. Like, she doesn't want to be shackled to this anymore or forced to play a role she doesn't fit in. It's not going to be the end because Larys might escape with Aegon, who's probably going to come back. Aemond's not going to give up. Like, there's too many people left, I'd say.
Aemond will never give up. He has too much heart pride.
Everyone's coming though. The North, the Riverlands, everyone. It's a great way to end this episode because like we're hyping up season 3 like crazy. But because they're hyping it, you know they're not gonna
it's
get
like the Battle of the Five Armies from the Hobbit.
Yeah. Well, but you know because of this, they're not gonna get King's Landing as easily. And I love all the little soundtracks and the theme songs that they're playing. The players are in place. They've made their move. Had a lot of good times with a lot of wives.
For the realm.
Yeah, for the realm.
For the realm.
All for the realm.
But this is gonna be...
And we need Corlys.
This is gonna be hard to defeat though.
They are all gonna have their part to play. I hope they have more ships than this.
I do too.
And she's getting her dragon. Come on. Hey, where is he? He's been captured.
That's why he did not answer the letter.
Where is he?
I don't know.
The music. Oh, okay.
Okay, they left.
So he did smuggle him out. That means that, like I said, even if they get King's Landing, it's not gonna be over.
Nope, because Aegon is still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, nice shot.
A small part in the history. Really cool shot. Wow.
You know what I got from those
That
last
ending.
scenes with Rhaenyra and with Alicent?
The conversation at the end?
No, just those last scenes. Is the fact that where they are in their story right now, like you said, Rhaenyra is a small part in a bigger story, and right now she's the light of it when she was in a small circle of light, basically.
Well, I actually feel like she might have been considering that most of the screen was those scrolls, and she was like that little part. It's like she was, choking, like the weight of the history, the weight of what it means to be Rhaenyra Targaryen on her shoulders, because she was at the center of all the history, and compared to Alicent, who's now freed herself of being one of the Greens, she's got the full sky in front of her.
There are multiple meanings to that. The burden, like you said, a part of a bigger story, and she's supposed to be the one to bring hope and light in the future.
Because you saw the light,
Really, Alicent, though, with the shot of her with the light reflected in her eyes, like she's having a new hope for a future, basically.
Yeah,
I mean, where she is, she's seeing a new beginning. She's seeing light ahead of herself.
I'd rather say, like, I understand the way you see it. I prefer what it means to be them at the end, considering when they were talking, she was saying, "Come with me," and Rhaenyra was saying, "My place is here, whether I want to or not, because like this is my destiny, right? Like I've been chosen to be the queen now. Like it's my job. I can't just be free of this." Just like Alicent spent this whole season fighting to stay relevant, fighting to keep her family alive, fighting to stay in the small council, have her voice be heard. None of that worked because they tried to cast her out, and she's lost her kids. Like her kids have moved on without her. They're doing stuff. They're not listening to her. She's trying to save Alina because she's seen how vulnerable she is, and the only way she can do that, like the only way, I said save face in the episode, but that's not really what she's doing. It's more like her whole purpose has always been to save her family, and now the only person in her family that she has a chance to save will be Alina, who has no part in this and has said she doesn't want to fight. Like she doesn't want to go out there. So the one that understands her, that'd rather not fight, she's like, okay, if I have one chance to save one of them, I'll take it. And she was willing to free herself of the green, robe, the green flag behind her, all the expectations, and finally be herself, go for what she wants and not what the family wants.
Yeah.
And to do that, she had to sell her own son, which is fucking intense, but now at least she is free of the expectations, and that's why I see her alone on the cliff with only like open sky and then just freedom. Like she's done a huge sacrifice. It is true.
It is really harsh because we know that since the first season 1, everything that she's tried to accomplish was to protect her children from this fate.
But now,
and to save our children, I mean, one of them at least, she's gonna have to doom them.
But just like, when Aemond faced Alina and was trying to force her to go and take her dragon and go and fight with him in Harrenhal, Alicent had to put herself in between the two kids, because like, it's not about saving all her children at this point, because like Aemond has moved on and he's lost it, and now he's taken part in this war, and he's not going to be taken out of it, right? He's made his decision, and he's become a threat to Alicent's family, as sad as it sounds, because he is her family, but he's become a threat to Alina and the safety of Alicent and those she cares about. So she has to go against her own sons now to save whatever's left, to save herself and to save her daughter. So I think it was a big decision. It was a huge betrayal, and it's crazy that it came from her. But I like that we kind of came full circle, right? Like Rhaenyra did this in the beginning of the season, and now she's realized that this is just gonna bring, Aegon already paid the price, and it's by his own brother and stuff. Like the Greens are destroying themselves, and it's just gonna bring more death. So she made that choice, and now she's free. Whereas Rhaenyra can't leave her position.
Mm-hmm.
She has to accept that being queen, yes, it's good that she's been offered a chance to settle this with as little death as possible, but it's not gonna work. Right before that, she was willing to go in and destroy keeps and kill innocents, and yes, destroy armies, but that means, dragons against armies, no one's going to be left standing. So she would be laying waste, and she understands that's not what she wants, that's not what her father would want, but that's what expected of her. So they kind of switched, well, they didn't switch sides or switch roles, but whereas Rhaenyra is still stuck with the weight of the Targaryen history and what's expected of her, now Alicent has freed herself. So that's kind of how I see the ending there. But what a great end of episode. like all the armies marching, we know like some of them are going, and how every family got their theme song in a way. Like it was really great, and basically we know the players of next season and who's gonna face whom. So like, I mean, I'm not good with places. Just like if you show me a castle, I might not be like, oh yeah, I know what that place is. So I don't necessarily know which army is gonna face which army, except for Corlys and
tell me if I'm wrong, but all of those houses theme song had the same bass and different.
Well, no, man, they made one big song with a lot of
no, but
OSTs.
one big song with small differences for all of those families, right?
No. Like when we saw the Lannisters marching, it was Reigns of Castamere that was playing.
Mhm.
Like if you want me to show you the Starks,
yeah, show me the theme songs, please. Okay, yeah, I heard it.
Every house had their theme song playing while they were marching. That's what I meant. Like it was a clusterfuck of OSTs, and it was really great.
Okay, fine.
Because like the whole realm is gonna be involved in season 3, which I know it was one like critique of season 2. That, you know, people were expecting fights, people were expecting action, and instead we got Daemon having visions, we got Rhaenyra just trying to convince her own council to listen to her, and politics. But then again, when we get only action and no politics, people complain that we...
Oh my god, there's no character development! But I mean, now we got a nice build-up to season 3.
Like, I'll give this to season 2. They didn't rush into things, and they took the time to explain how things are, and a war takes time, so they took their time. And I am really hyped for next season, but I think everything in season 2 was necessary when it comes to where they are mentally, where they are politically, and how they feel about their position and everything. Because, like, it's not just, like, Rhaenyra versus Aegon. There's conflict in the camps, right? Between each other, there's conflict there. So now that we understand all of that, we're gonna have to face the music next season, and it's gonna be great. So I don't know, like I said, I don't recognize all the places. Like I recognize the twins with the Starks crossing for sure. But like, and I know the Lannisters in Old Town, they're going towards Harrenhal, so they're probably gonna meet the Riverlands. But the Starks are gonna show up somewhere in there. And I know Corlys for sure is gonna face the Triarchy, right? So he's gonna go there. There's a few fights that we can see coming, but I'm excited. And we know a lot of people in all those armies, so heartbreak is gonna come.
What was for you maybe the highlights of the second season?
Finding bastards to ride dragons was really fucking cool, and Rhaenys' death were the two biggest moments for me in the season.
Story-wise, or just the way that they show it to us?
All of the above. I think it's just the first, and I mean the biggest death we got this season is Rhaenys, and it was a huge blow against Rhaenyra. It also led to Aegon's current,
predicament,
yeah, and so that was a huge moment, and it felt like, okay, one casualty of war, and it was also like them realizing what it meant to face dragons on the battlefield, because as much as they like to say, like, we know about war and stuff, they never really went to war against dragons, so this is them realizing. Christian Cole is so freaking traumatized. I feel like he's lost hope. Like, he's betrayed his oath. We'll talk, like, through this, like, we'll talk about every character.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's betrayed his oath.
There's not much left of it, right?
No, but I feel like, and he kind of said that the only thing he had left was that as a knight, even though he was not peered and he didn't follow his oath, like, he's also questioning how every other knight is probably not following that oath, which is a bullshit excuse, because you can still be honorable even if the others are not.
Yeah, but as a knight, he has still value as a swordsman and his skills.
But facing dragons, there's nothing he can do. So he's at this point he's marching to his death. And like, if I was Alicent's brother and listening to this, I'd be like, "You're currently leading us, and you think we're gonna die." I don't know, man.
He knows.
You're not
he
inspiring.
He knows that he's leading men to their death, and they can do nothing.
I know, but I'd be like, you're not inspiring much faith, right? And you're supposed to be leading us. So he's given up already, and I kind of understand, but you're not the only one marching to war, right? Like, other people have answered the call and they're doing their duty. I think he's just given up because he's got nothing to truly believe in. Like, his relationship with Alicent is destroyed at this point. He doesn't have much faith, like, or honor, because he's betrayed his oath. And now, like, he's afraid of doing the one thing he's good at, which is to go into battle.
He betrayed his oath. Sir Arwen Strong betrayed his oath as a knight with his queen, and he still had very much honors. Thank you very much.
Anyway, don't compare yourself to other people. Like, it's about you and your oath to your gods. Like, it's not about everyone else. It's about you. And he's, unfortunately, it's a bit too late for him. Like, the only way forward for Kristen Cole would be to forgive himself and stop, like, or at least, like, maybe just give up on being Lord Commander. Like, give back your white cloak and stop pretending, because it's destroying him to pretend to be an honorable knight when he knows he's not. And he's been doing this all season, like, push himself into fights, and just, he's desperate to prove that he can do something, and then he's facing dragons and it's going to shit, so it's just destroying him more. I'd say give up your white cloak, start by that, and then, I don't know. Maybe flee to the Free City and become a sellsword, because I don't think your this life is good for him. In any case, but yeah, he's definitely marching to what he believes will be his death. So there's that. But and for sure, like, Alicent, like I said, gave up a lot by going to Rhaenyra and offering Aegon. Like, it's gonna destroy her to do that. Like, even if they don't get Aegon, because he's just been smuggled out of King's Landing.
Do you think that they might think that she betrayed them because Aegon will not be in King's Landing? That she lied to them?
Rhaenyra might think, if she gets in, because I think this might truly happen. Like, Aemond will leave and they'll get into King's Landing, but that doesn't mean anything because Aegon is gone. So Aegon is gone. So just the promise that he could return could be enough, and the war is not going to be over, because as long as Aegon is alive and Aemond has his dragon, there are armies who will be willing to march for them.
Yeah.
So even if they get King's Landing, we're just going to switch the seat of power, I think. So yes, they might think that Alicent smuggled Aegon out and do something about this, but it's definitely not going to be over. And Larys, who wants himself to be in a good position as connected with Aegon, and he smuggled him out, he will just be waiting for his opportunity, and we know he can do a shit ton of stuff, from poison to just, like, switching sides or using Aegon as a bargaining chip somewhere in there. Like,
Larys is a really smart man.
Yeah.
And compared to Otto, yes, he listens to Aegon and takes him for, he knows that he has value as a character, and he's ready to use it to his own game.
He understands that even though the guy is a child, he is king and he has the power. That's the difference, yeah. Otto belittled Aegon and told him when he was not happy. Yeah. Basically, it's kind of like he forgot that Aegon was the king. He kind of forgot that Aegon was at the crown. Yeah. Targaryens and their families tend to forget a lot. Yeah. But but really, he kind of forgot that Aegon had the power to cast him out, and he treated him like a child when he should have been doing like Larys and basically using his weaknesses against him, or in a way to manipulate him. He should have been more gentle, but I guess he was stressed, and there was a fight happening, a war happening, and things were not going his way, and Aegon was making mistakes, and he kind of lost it. Now he's prisoner somewhere, and I don't know
who took him.
Who took him? But that does answer the question: why wasn't he answering anything? It looked like it was in a dungeon, so because like he could have been. We saw a carriage like rolling around, and I was like, is he in there? But then no, I think he was more in a dungeon, so he's stuck somewhere. Maybe. But no one said anything like about having captured Otto Hightower.
Someone an old grudge with the Hightower, maybe.
I don't know. So it's gonna be for season 3 to just explain.
But yeah, just to go back to Aegon and Larys, I think that the fact that Larys took Aegon not at face value, but he recognized his worth, might help Aegon to...
Not his worth per se, but his power,
he's king. I mean, he's not dismissing him. So I think that Aegon might be more willing to listen to Larys' advice.
He would know.
Act accordingly.
Larys would know not to underestimate anyone, considering he, as a cripple, was underestimated constantly. People overlook him, they pity him, they don't think he can do much, but he's been manipulating a lot of people. He's tried with Alicent when that got old and she couldn't give him anything else. He tried to move on to Aegon, and when Aemond took over, he tried with Aemond, realized real quickly that wasn't gonna work, so he switched back to Aegon. And since he can connect with the disability, and Aegon is very vulnerable right now. Like I said in the episode, he's always been looking at himself and basically has never seen any much worth in himself.
Before he didn't have any self-worth in his mind, and now it's even worse.
Well, because always people kind of treated him like he was not worthy of anything. Like his mom constantly told him that he wasn't good enough. His father never named him heir, despite what his mom was saying, that he should be heir. So it's kind of like, for him, his dad never looked at him twice and never really cared. So he never got love from his family, and becoming king gave him love from the small folk. He tried to give it back, and then the war happened, and that went to shit real quickly. But it was always about proving himself, right? No one really valued him, so whenever his insecurities came back, he'd lash out and he'd try to do something to prove them wrong. Like, I can do something, especially after he got the crown. You gave him power, and then you kind of treated him like he wasn't worth it. He tried to prove to all of them that he could. That led to him being disfigured, crippled, and now like he's lost what he also believed back then was his only redeeming quality.
His cock?
Yeah. But that's the thing.
Sorry.
Before the crown, he would sleep around, he would like have fun with the girls, he has a lot of bastards. That was his existence. And then they gave him something more with the crown. Now he doesn't have the crown, and he doesn't have his escape either. So what does he have left? He was really, really down in the gutter in this episode, or I mean, ever since he got burned. And Larys had to push the one thing that made him happy ever since, you know, his dad's death, or even before, the small folks' love and the promise of it, if he was to come back and save them. So it's promises, it's a look into a future that he would enjoy. Like, oh, they won't care about how you are because you'll save them. You'll come back and they'll love you. This is what he wants to hear, and he's vulnerable, so he's going for it. And he'll be a rock in Rhaenyra's side as long as he's away.
I don't think it's gonna be a good thing because Larys is a very cunning man.
He's only thinks of himself.
But I think that with him, Aegon's gonna be able to grow as a character. Maybe not on the right path, but
well, he was against going to live with the small folk, right? Like the poorer side of the world, and he's like, you want me
pigs fucker? He said.
Anyway,
is
like,
that what he said?
I don't remember, but he's against it because he's always known like luxury and stuff, and now he's no better than a peasant in his mind. But like that's kind of necessary because I do agree with Larys that Aemond had become very unpredictable, and there was no saying what he was gonna do. And Larys doesn't want to lose his one way in. And yes, it's going to be dangerous for Aegon, even if he thinks he's out of trouble for now, because Larys, like I said, could decide to push for Aegon to be king again, or if he finds out that things are going badly for him, he could turn around and offer Aegon as a bargaining chip.
True.
Like, see, I could help you by, you know, offering you the king that you're seeking and stuff. Like, he could manipulate this shit like crazy. So we'll see. But he's gonna be he's alive, and that means the war is not gonna end for now.
I'd like to talk about Aemond a bit.
Yes.
And the fact that once again he got not bullied, but he felt powerless facing all of those dragons, and it took his anger on people who were helpless.
I didn't know if it was him who did it at first, and I was like, has Rhaenyra gone against like a keep or something? Like, what's going on? But
I thought, was him. I mean, you thought so, but I thought that okay, he burned a town, but to learn that he just burned a town because he
was angry,
pissy.
Well, it was probably a town that followed Rhaenyra, like a keep that was on her side, but still without planning, without, you know, reason. Like, that's not giving you anything per se. You're just killing innocents.
There were no armies there, right? Just innocent civilian.
Even if they were armies, it wasn't big enough to explain this. But truly, Aemond he's been bullied all his life. When he was a child, That's why he has this resentment against Aegon. That's why he has this resentment against his cousins and everything.
Lucerys.
He has always felt, when he was a kid, he felt like the weaker member of the family, and he searched for that power. He claimed that power, and as soon as he got it, he lorded over the others as much as possible. Like, he tried to show off. But if you remind him, he's still going to be that little kid inside. If you remind him of that past, of him being bullied, if you appear stronger than him for a moment, or if you force him to do something he doesn't like, he's right back to that kid who felt like he was the weakest and who wanted to lash out, and now he's got a big ass dragon to do it. So that's how he answers. He doesn't really think, like, he's a good strategist when he's calm, and he was not a bad choice for the war at the beginning, but he's a loose cannon when you hurt his feelings, and it's way too easy to do that.
Would you say that he's sort of a man-child in his temper?
He's a child still.
He's a child, yeah.
And he's got a bunch of issues he never dealt with. So it's not necessarily about being a man-child, but he's just immature.
He has a bad temper.
He's immature with his emotions, because he never dealt with them. And he's got a big-ass weapon, so if you make him feel threatened, if you make him feel small, he's gonna try and do like he did back in the day. He's gonna reach for more power, he's gonna try to show off, and he's gonna try to be the big guy, right? He's gonna try to be the bully instead of the bullied. But that means that people will suffer. And it's kind of like the same with Daemon. Like, for him, for a long time, it's about him and his feelings. He doesn't necessarily care about who he hurts. He hurts to get there. So when you tell him, like, well, you want to win this war and you want to send a strong message, but your ways are hurting the small folk, he's going to be like, fuck them. I don't care. Right? And he's got a point. Like, the war effort will need sacrifice. Like, people need to go through that shit, unfortunately, but he's not even stopping to consider other options at this point. He's just in a hurry to prove something.
Are you talking about Aemond or Daemon?
Aemond. But Daemon is very similar.
I mean, you're right. Aemond is so focusing on winning at all costs, at any cost, that the casualties, which is a small folk, he doesn't really
give a shit
right now.
And that means that, you know, at the end of the day, like, if Alicent's plan had worked perfectly, if they can go to King's Landing, and if Aegon had been there and he had been beheaded, Aemond would have ended up being alone against the world. Now he's King Regent, but if you get rid of Aegon, the war kind of is over. I could still see people follow Aemond for the sake of it, but if he's lashing out, if he's, like, treating people like shit and he's not listening, then no one will want to follow someone like that, a loose cannon, who's got no longer a claim to the throne at this point. Although, I mean, the green supporters, like the true green supporters, could be saying, like, if Aegon dies, doesn't mean the war is over. Aemond just becomes true king, because he's the heir. But for a lot of people, metaphorically speaking, and just like, it's if Aegon dies, it kind of is the end, because it was between Aegon and Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't mean it would completely end, because for sure other people would follow. But yeah, if he's become a loose cannon, no one will really want to put themselves in danger for Aemond. So, speaking of Aemond, that's always a good transition for Daemon. This is one of my favorite part of this episode.
Yeah.
The whole him making his decision to follow Rhaenyra. He needed a strong vision to make his choice.
He saw Game of Thrones.
He saw Game of Thrones.
And the end of it.
He saw the White Walker, so he saw the Song of Ice and Fire. He saw Daenerys. He knows that the Targaryens need to continue, like, their line needs to continue, because they're going to need a Targaryen to face the Long Night, right? Like, he understands that. He knows they need to unite the realm, and he saw Rhaenyra on the throne. I think since now he understands there's a bigger purpose to this, he is but a small part of the story. It's not about him. Like, when he dies, there's more to do, right? Whatever he wants doesn't matter, because there's a bigger threat in the future, and if you screw it up right now, no one is going to survive that bigger threat.
It won't matter at the end if he does.
Like, basically, I feel like if he had continued on his path and aimed for his own success and his own satisfaction, he would have doomed them all. Like, him walking in a field of death kind of said to me, like, your path, like what you're creating right now, is simply a future of death. Because you might survive this, you might like have what you want, but in the future, there's no dawn, basically, right? It's the long night forever, because you'll doom your descendants
Everyone.
at this point. So in order to at least reach the long night and have a chance at surviving it, he needed to put Rhaenyra on the throne. All the visions went that way, and it took him a while to understand, but he got there, and that moment where he finally said to Rhaenyra, my brother chose you, you are the heir to the throne, that felt finally genuine, and him kneeling, I was like, yes, finally, because he did it in front of everyone too. It's not just him doing it to her,
Yeah,
to
acknowledge
appease
it in
her.
front of everyone, yeah.
Yeah, and just right after one of her own council went to him and was like, I would follow a king, because we need a king. Right after he got, once again, someone saying like, yeah, I'd follow you, you're the better choice, he kind of got what he wanted, and it was a test, because it was basically, you're right there, right? You're this close to getting your crown. Are you going to take it, or are you going to do the right thing? And he did the right thing. And now he's marching towards what I'm assuming is going to be his death, and probably Aemond's as well. Alina and Alice are friends, man. They are vision pals, and they've been sending shit. They know what's up. But yeah, Alina basically said that Aemond was going to die at the God's Eye, and that there was nothing he could do that would change that. Like, basically, it's irrelevant, whatever, what happens in between now and then.
His fate is set in stones.
Kind of like Daemon too. He's destined to die, which is why I think they're gonna die facing each other, because the two biggest fighters and the two like harshest dragons almost. Like I think
those were the more alike.
And they are the more they are so similar. And
But, honestly, guys, I really love the transition between Daemon's vision, not the one with his mom, honestly, but when we
can forget that one.
When we saw his own turmoil inside him, his own guilt and his own inner thought regarding his past mistakes, and the fact that the last one, the biggest one, gave him a view.
I feel like the last one, it's interesting because the message was, it's not about you, right?
I mean, the last one was, this is what's gonna happen if it is about you.
Yeah,
basically.
or at least this is what should happen if you put Rhaenyra on the throne. So basically, you're but a player, man, right? You're no longer, stop, baby, put your butt away. It was basically sending, for him, it was a message saying that he was but a pawn in a bigger story, and he needed to let go of what he wanted for the greater good. And all his visions up till now sent to say a similar message, right? That this is what your quest, this is what your path as created. Pain, suffering, guilt, or you harden people that you used to care about, and now they're stuck in this position because of you and stuff. Like, it was all in the purpose of this was to make him feel like this was not his path. Like, oh shit, I've been making mistakes. Feel guilty about this, man, and start questioning what you truly want. And he did. And yeah, that ending with him, like, I know the dragon was right there, and so if he had decided to turn on Rhaenyra, that would not have ended well. But it was a really, really good scene, and it was needed, and Rhaenyra finally got her, one of her biggest allies out of everyone, because he's a seasoned warrior, a good dragon rider. Caraxes is deadly, and he's got the respect of a lot of people, and he got her an army in the Riverlands, which was deemed unlikely, considering they all hate each other. So there you go.
True.
And I mean, it's better because out of all the dragon riders, he is the best. The others are unexperienced or have unexperienced dragons, and out of the 3 new ones that we got, I have no problem imagining Hugh doing his duty and being a kick-ass fighter, but he's inexperienced with dragons.
Adam is also
same with Adam.
Inexperienced, but I have faith. Olaf is the bigger risk.
Issue. For sure,
It's
though.
a wild card.
It's gonna lead to a line of Blackfires, a line of Targaryen bastards claiming that they deserve power just as much, because it looks like it's already starting.
I just said that I have some, not issue, but I was fright, or I was afraid that the fact that he got a dragon and they seem more important or they have more worth might go up to their head.
It's just
and
because
reflect.
I'm thinking of the future, and that's what scares me a little bit. But you know, without all of that, it's just sweet. Like finally, he feels like he's got worth, right? He's no longer just a bastard with tales about what he could have been, right? He's a dragon rider. He is to be respected. He has access to good food where they got really shitty like fish all the time back in King's Landing. So he's just happy to be here and to finally be recognized and finally have a status, and he's got worth and he's got power. So I can understand that going to his head, but he's too carefree considering they are at war. And Jace, who's also very insecure about his position and them becoming dragon riders, it's kind of, for him, it's stealing his worth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's quick to remind them that they have a duty here and they need to focus on the war, right? And even when Rhaenyra is saying, like, let's go destroy keeps and stuff, and pretty much everyone is like, you want us to kill innocents? He really is pushing because that's our duty, right? See, I am doing what she expects me to do. He's gonna be trying to prove everyone that he's the right heir and he's the best choice.
To remind them that it's not because you have dragons that it's all fun and play. You know, you have a work to do.
He believes that the dragon is the only thing that makes him different, because without the dragon, he's a bastard, right? And people look down on him and stuff. Baela had a great speech in this episode about his worth, and basically the dragon doesn't represent you, right? It is a weapon. It is huge and it is big, but you're still, without the dragon, you're still heir to the throne. You're still of noble birth from your mother. You are important, kid. But it is going to be hard for him to accept that when he's surrounded by people like Ulf saying, like, see, we're similar, right? He's comparing himself to Jace with the hair and everything, and no one is going to say that we're no longer like
that we're no
Targaryen. But then that's the thing, like, from Ulf, this is nice, like, this is cool. He's seeing family members and he's seeing, like, see, I'm important.
Yeah.
He's elevating himself. But Jace,
But for Jace, it's a nightmare because it's just lowering him down and down and down.
But like Ulf is not saying that to put Jace down, but that's how Jace sees it, because you're kind of putting him on the same level as a low birth bastard. You're basically saying he's no different when he needs to feel different to feel safe with his position. So right now, it's cool to see how happy he is with his new position and everything, but he's very eager, too eager almost, because he's like, I'll go fight Vhagar
alone.
Let's go. Like, it's like he doesn't necessarily understand that, yes, it's a huge gift, but it's also a huge responsibility you've been given.
He's a little bit too carefree with it.
Yes, so you'll have to be careful, and we'll have to look out for what he does next. But that's why I'm saying, now Rhaenyra has a lot of dragons, but they will barely have a couple days to learn how to ride them, and they might be too eager, one of them at least, and they might fuck up. So at least with Daemon, she's got another experienced dragon rider. And yeah, we still have a shit ton of dragons, and Rhaenyra's gonna get one too.
True.
Unless she dies beginning of next season, but I don't think so.
She did all of that for nothing, just to die
put
with
him down,
a new dragon?
Yeah. She ran for miles just for this. Put him down because he's really like distracting me. Sorry. Later.
I'm a bit scared though regarding our new writers with Ulf, Hugh, and Adam.
Hugh and Adam, I believe, will be fine.
Yeah, but they're still new to dragon riding.
Well, yeah, but what can we do?
Compared to, I mean, they still only have Aemond and Vhagar, so we might have a chance with it, but he's been riding Vhagar for a long time.
Yeah, but still, it's a bunch of dragons. The dragons will also do what they can to survive. Like, they're not just going to let themselves die because their dragon riders can't tell them what to do.
True.
So it's going to come down to strategy, but right now we have the advantage for that, for sure. And lastly, Corlys and his son.
Oh, I'm really glad that is I forgot the
son's name.
The son's names, yeah.
I remembered Adam, but I forgot him.
But I mean, he was so right. Just the fact that Corlys went after the death of his son, Lenore, the death of his daughter, Lena,
He's last best.
He's
the next, like, he's basically...
He's the scrap.
He is the scrap, and we talked about how, like, he might have felt with his relationship with Corlys as a bastard. I love that he got to say his truth. I love that he got to tell him about his feelings, and that he didn't let Corlys dismiss him, because he didn't want to hear it. But he said it all. And even though, like I said, I am all for him becoming heir to Driftmark, because we kind of need one, and that'd be great if he could prove himself like that. I understand what he meant, and I kind of didn't see it that way, but I totally understand now, and I love him. Just, it's true, right? Like, he went through hell, he suffered as a child, and he had to see his birth father fucking live the life with his trueborn children, and he treated them differently, and he left him in the cold without food, having to, you know, work for whatever scrap he got. And he never cared for him, never gave two shits about him until he needed him, until he had no one else. And he was like, well, might as well go for the bastard now, because I'm alone and my family's dead. So as a last resort, you turn to him like he had no value before that.
Talk about a pity offer, right?
It is insulting, and not only that, but he's also trying to, like, he's forcing him into those positions, and he's trying to give him a moral, like, lesson about how he should act and how he should treat people, and, like, you need to act differently because, like, people are not going to look up to you. You need to inspire them. Basically, he's trying to do what I've been pushing him to do, right? He's preparing him to potentially be a leader, to potentially be maybe the heir and stuff. Like, he's basically building him like he would build his own son, but it's too late for that.
What if he doesn't want that?
Exactly. Right? That's what I'm saying. He started treating him like a son, but it's not his place. It's no longer his place, and it's way too late for that, and it's not going to be on Corlys's terms. It's going to be on his son's terms.
Yeah.
If he wants to have a relationship. If you force him to take the position, like he said, he's an honorable guy, he'll do it, but don't expect him to be grateful. Like, he doesn't owe you shit because he had to work his ass off to survive. You didn't give him shit when he was a child. He's not going to expect anything from you now. So that was a really good scene, and I'm glad he said everything that he needed to say. So yeah, they're taking power, man. The bastards are strong in this show.
But it is nice that we see that even though you are not from noble birth, you can still have worth as an individual, you know?
You have worth as a human being. And, I mean, in this show, status is important, and, you know, if you're a bastard, suddenly it's like, you're the spawn of Satan itself, right? Like, you are, you know, you're a demon almost, right? Like, Catelyn Stark used to, they have this, they don't trust bastards because by nature, they're not, approved by the gods, right? They're not right. So there is a belief that bastards are just different. Like, they're another species altogether. But it's just fucking stupid. And I said it before, bastards exist because of the sins of the fathers. But to blame the sons and the daughters instead of the dads, that is bullshit to me. So yeah, I'm glad that they took a stand and they spoke their truth. I'm a bit afraid of what the power is going to do to them when it goes to their head like that with Ulf, but I'm still glad. For me, like, that was one of the biggest moments of the season. Them, Ulf, Hugh, and Adam getting their dragons.
And at the end of it, all of them just gearing up to go to the battlefield.
Everyone is ready. And like I said, that ending with all the soundtracks of the families playing and the theme songs and everything, just mounting up towards that beautiful ending with the voices, with the voice and stuff. The chant.
I really hope that they survive because they will be well deserving the rank of knight.
Well, I mean, not all dragonriders. I honestly don't know who's gonna die. I mean, I know one for sure.
Don't tell me.
No, you know it too, but I don't want to say it in the episode because we talked about this before. But Joffrey spoiled it in Game of Thrones, so for sure I know one.
Okay.
I just don't know when, and I don't know like how that's gonna affect everything else, considering who that person is and what that person means. But other than that, like, that's why I was saying there's a lot of people we know in all those armies, and next season is gonna be battles. So a lot of heartbreaks on the horizon, for sure.
I just hope that all of those future battles are gonna be shot and direct like what we saw in the second season. The battle with the fight against Rhaenys.
It's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be
the one with the
yeah.
Vermito and Dole's contender.
It's gonna for sure. It's not gonna be battle after battle every episode, but it's still exciting and yeah. Season 3 can come soon, man. Soon enough. How many years do we have to wait? In any case,
84 years.
No. That's gonna be it for this episode and the season. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Alright, thank you guys for watching this season with us, and we're gonna see you next time for season 3.
Yes.
When it come out.
Actually, we'll see you with A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms first.
Oh.
It might come first.
Maybe.
Next year.
So see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.